Okay. Coming up on 7:30 here in the East, and Republicans have seized control of the U.S. Senate after 4 years of Democratic control. It started in West Virginia, where Democrat turned Republican Jim Justice flipped outgoing Democratic incumbent Senator Joe Manchin's seat. It is now red.
Then a major upset in Ohio. Far-left incumbent Senator Sherrod Brown losing to Trump-backed businessman Bernie Moreno. But it doesn't end there. In Montana, any minute now, a decision could be announced in the very tight race between third-term Democratic Senator John Tester and retired Navy SEAL Tim Sheehy. Sheehy, that's right.
And in Pennsylvania, voters are still being counted in the tight race between incumbent Democratic Senator Bob Casey and Republican businessman Dave McCormick.
Yeah, it's 97%. Sheehy's up by a lot. In fellow Blue Wall State, Michigan, where we're still waiting for results in the race between Republican Congressman Mike Rogers, who's up, and Democratic Congresswoman Elisa Slotkin, who is running as almost a Trump fan.
Yeah.
And in Wisconsin, Republican Eric Hovde is just behind Democratic incumbent Tammy Baldwin. Things could reverse there or not. Our next guest knows all about those crucial races and when they could come in. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, as tapped in as anyone. You gave millions of dollars to make sure Republicans did well. I'm sure they appreciate it. Your thoughts, first off, about the night overall, the biggest surprise for you. We talked on the radio for a half hour. You looked at all scenarios. This, to me, is such a decisive win. I think it even caught Trump supporters by surprise.
It did. And, you know, for America, regardless of where you are, President Trump has won the Electoral College, not even close, and the popular vote. The other big thing you're going to see is he pulled the Republicans across in the Senate in a much larger number than anybody thought.
Right. Coattails.
Exactly, because when you carry it like Montana by more than 10 points, you bring someone. When you carry Ohio, when you carry Pennsylvania, when you carry Wisconsin. But he's going to do that in the House. We're going to keep the House. We wouldn't if it wasn't for President Trump.
Even though you lost those 2 New York seats.
Yeah, because, remember, you had redistricting in North Carolina, so we automatically got 3 more to start with. It is a better climate for us to win in the House this cycle than it was the last 2 cycles. And if you watch, like Nebraska, Bacon's back up. I mean, in Pennsylvania 7 and 8, Cartwright and Wild defeated those 2 Democrats. Slotkin's old seat in Michigan, you saw Tom Barrett win there. We're still, Maine hasn't been decided yet. California seats, they're going to be coming back up. And Trump was carrying so much better this cycle. His numbers are higher today than at any time when he was president.
Is it because of, Mr. Speaker, this new coalition? I mean, these numbers are incredible. Almost doubling the black vote. When it comes to Latinos, doing almost the same thing right there. I mean, all these demographics that are typically pretty progressive are now supporting Donald Trump.
Exactly. The thing that people should have looked at, he was always carrying 41% of the Hispanics and 25% of the black males. Mathematically, I don't know what to do. But we need to take this moment as Republicans and not waste it.
That's right.
It should be about addition, not subtraction, welcoming more people into the party. But what you need to do is do your job, because you are given an opportunity here. Because of the rules in the House and the Senate, you have what is called reconciliation, which it takes 60 votes to really do something in the Senate. But you can use reconciliation when we come to the tax bill. You should make sure
to renew it from 2018.
Yes. So the American people actually win. And it came down to the issues. Think about Kamala Harris spent more than $1 billion, and I still can't name the 3 things she was going to do if she won.
That was on purpose.
Yeah.
Right. What is it going forward? What does it look like? The next few months, the lame duck months, and then what does it look like when Donald takes office? What happens to the economy? That's why most people voted for him.
Well, you're going to see the market up high, because what they realize is regulations are going to come down. We're going to unshackle you, and you're going to be able to invest in America. You're going to get a secure border. So your feeling of being safe is going to be different, right? And what's really going to happen, and what Republicans should do right now, is clean everything out so the President Trump doesn't walk into office and have to deal with this year's problems.
What do you mean? I don't know.
They haven't finished the funding for this year. They should get rid of the debt ceiling, because you want to give him a honeymoon to let him govern. We're going to keep the House, so it's not Hakeem Jeffries trying to impeach him. For the first time being president, the last term, he wasn't given any honeymoon. He wasn't given the ability to really do the job that he could. And you know what? He's better at it today. He has the 10,000 hours. He knows what to do.
Mr. Speaker, real quickly, the Democrats are already starting the blame game. The blame starts with Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden never should have ran for office. I knew it when I sat with him. There was something wrong with him. And Kamala Harris was in the room, and she lied.
Yeah.
When I would tell someone, she would lie. Secondly, you got to blame Nancy Pelosi. Remember the celebration when she went around democracy and said, I don't care if people picked you, I'm going to pick somebody else. They didn't have a primary. And then the very first decision that Kamala Harris made was the wrong decision.
Right.
She picked Tim Walz instead of picking Shapiro. And a lot of that goes on
Or
Nancy
Mark Kelly.
Pelosi. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. We know you had a
Thank you.
big day.
It's a great day.
Thank you so much.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.